This video is a walkthrough of the ACT dashboard on Montana's statewide longitudinal data system, GEMS, for the growth and enhancement of Montana's students. For a more general tutorial of navigating and using the GEMS interactive dashboards, watch the GEMS dashboard navigation video in our playlist first. This video covers more specific features of the ACT dashboard. In Montana, all students take the ACT in the spring of their 11th grade year. It's part of the suite of state mandated assessments for the purposes of state and federal reporting. Some students choose to take the test again their 12th grade year. The ACT dashboard on GEMS highlights students' participation and their proficiency on the ACT over time, providing one metric to consider college and career readiness. The ACT dashboard has several pages. The landing page for the dashboard is the ACT overview page. There's also a score distributions page, ACT trend data, senior class scores, ACT score gains, and participation. In alignment with other summative assessments, the ACT achievement for students is reported with various proficiency levels. These include red for students who are novice, yellow for students who are nearing proficiency, green for students who are testing at proficient levels, and blue for students who are advanced. It's important to note that Montana did not have students take the ACT during the 2019-2020 school year due to the COVID pandemic. If this school year is selected, no data will populate. For more information, you can choose the COVID disclaimer tab at the bottom of the dashboard environment for more information. As well as being able to apply a specific school year and/or a specific school location, this dashboard page also allows you to navigate between subject area assessments, including English language arts, math, and science, as well as the type of assessment taken, including the alternate assessment. The slicer menu also provides several filters for looking at specific student characteristics. It's important to note that selections made within the slicer menu will continue to be applied across dashboard pages. For example, if I took a look at only white students who were homeless in the state of Montana for the 2020-21 school year, and then navigate to the score distributions page, it's important to note that the visualization that populates is for white students who are homeless. To return to the default of all students for any filter selection within the slicer menu, simply select the eraser icon. For an example's sake, let's say I wanted to take a look at the scale score distribution for female students on the STEM portion of the ACT assessment. First, I would select only female students as the gender using the slicer menu options. And then using the subject area filter in the dashboard environment, I would change it from composite score to STEM score. Navigating next to the ACT trend data page, let's explore by a specific school location. The default of this page is to show ACT trend data for the entire state of Montana, but comparisons can be made when selecting a specific school location. Let's say, for example, I wanted to know how Belgrade High School's ACT trend data compared to the statewide average. First, I'd come to the location filter provided in the dashboard environment. If I know which county Belgrade is in, I can simply expand that county and then select the school. If I'm not sure, I can use the search feature to narrow my search for me. After selecting the school, the visualizations on the page will update. The yellow line in the line graph provides the statewide average for the ACT score, and the blue line shows the average ACT score for Belgrade High School only. In the graph below, yellow once again represents statewide and blue for the selected school, in this case, Belgrade High School. It shows the percent of students who are at or above a college readiness score on their ACT. I can further explore this data by interacting directly with the visualizations. For example, I can expand my year range to look at longer periods of time in the data trend. I can highlight specific years, such as the 2012-2013 school year, where the average ACT score of students in Belgrade was a 21.2, and 50% of students were at or above a college readiness score. I can also modify by taking a look at different subject area scores. The default on this page is to show the composite score, but say I was curious about English specifically, I could see how the average junior ACT for this subject area, as well as the percent of students who are testing at or above college readiness, adjusts for this particular subject area. Returning to a look at the entire state of Montana for the ACT data, let's navigate now to the senior class scores page. Tooltips can be utilized providing further details of a data point by hovering over aspects of a graph. Also, any visualization in the dashboard environments can be turned into a table. Two icons appear in the upper right-hand corner of any visualization when hovering over it. The second of these is an ellipses for more options. By selecting Show as Table, both the visualization and then the same data shown as a table are provided. Navigating next to ACT score gains, this page provides details of students who took the ACT twice, particularly of their score gains between the first and the second time in which they took the test. If you wanted more information on ACT score gains, this would be a great opportunity to use the Data Definitions and Explanations tab at the bottom of the dashboard environment. Here, not only will you find summaries for each of the dashboard pages, but also definitions for all of the data elements used within that dashboard page. Lastly, the participation page of this dashboard provides insight to the percent of students assessed and the count of students who were assessed on the different subject area assessments of the ACT. Like the other pages, you can apply filters within the dashboard environment, such as examining particular school year ranges, school locations, toggling between subject area assessments, or different groups of assessments, such as examining the alternate. In addition, the slicer menu continues to provide filters to disaggregate to particular student groups. You now know how to navigate the ACT dashboard. You have a basic understanding of what data are contained, and you know how to utilize the Data and Definitions page to explore any concept or data you want to know more about. With these skills, tools, and knowledge, you should be able to confidently start exploring ACT student achievement in Montana. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the GEMS Help Desk.